Roads of Fear, out in theaters, new French gangster thriller from which I expected nothing and was still let down. Mainly because in many ways it feels like a product of giving a dumb 14-year-old boy a load of money and telling him to make an edgy crime film. The story follows Elon, the son of a powerful mob boss. Elon himself wants to impress his father and win his approval, but he struggles to do so, partly because he's bipolar, and as little as I know about the illness, to my knowledge this is the worst, most inaccurate and bizarre depiction of it put to screen. But also partly because he's afraid. He's afraid of getting hurt and he's afraid of hurting others. So as a gang war between his father's organization and some crazy Algerians begins to rage on, he tries to figure out a way to get rid of his fear. Now, as I said at the beginning, it seems like a collection of random scenes made to be as edgy as humanly possible, just for the sake of being edgy and shocking. Rough gay sex? Check. Torture? Check. Incestuous relationship? Check. Graphic murder? Check. At one point, this is a spoiler, but who cares, it's even spoiled in the official description on IMDb, Elon reads on the internet that there is a specific part of the brain that is responsible for feeling fear, and he, in the hopes of removing it, he ends up putting a nail from a nail gun into his brain, which not only doesn't kill him, but actually works, and it makes him an excellent killer going forward. It's nonsense all the way through. It's a hodgepodge mix of disjointed storylines, each of them leading pretty much nowhere, having no rhyme or reason, with stiff and poorly written dialogue, very questionable editing, and one-note performances. The film can't even make itself make sense. Like, towards the third act, there are three major players still left on the board. Elon, his gangster father, and the Algerian assassin that's running wild and killing everybody. Elon decides he actually wants to turn against his dad and take revenge, but before doing so, for some reason, he goes out of his way, tracks down the Algerian and kills him first. And this is the important thing, he never met this Algerian guy before, he was never hurt by him in any way, and he has no beef with him whatsoever. And in fact, it would have been beneficial to him to just team up. But hey, I'm looking for logic in a film that, no joke, has a scene early on where the gangster father is talking to a corrupt cop with his two henchmen present. And one of those henchmen turns out to be deaf, and he begins saying something in sign language. And the cop asks, what does he say? And the gangster says, I don't know, I don't speak sign language. And the cop saying, what? And then the other henchman begins speaking something in Serbian, and the police guy again asks, well, what is he saying? And the answer from the gangster is, I don't know Serbian either. I mean, moments like this almost make me think that this was maybe meant to be a parody on some level, but the self-serious tone of all the rest taken into account, I think it's unlikely. I think it was meant to be a serious film, and I think it's just dumb all the way through. Stay away from this one.